What's good? What's good? Welcome back to Invest and Trade with Jax. Hope everybody's doing well. We're actually going to go over Matic. So if Cardano open up here, we're going to take a look at our friend Polygon as well as Ethereum. Currently sitting at 116. We had a nice push up. We're up about 3% on the day. Seeing a market cap of 9.02 billion, 24-hour volume, 700 million. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to crypto.com, you can sign up to the world's fastest growing crypto app and grab one of the incredible Visa cards, cashback in crypto, free Spotify, Netflix, Prime, travel incentives, $25 just for signing up through my referral. So we're actually going to start here on the 1 hour time frame. So we broke out. We went all the way up to our resistance level, sitting at about 117. I did give a trade signal for Matic. We made some juicy profits not only on Matic, but Ethereum, Bitcoin, Rune. It's coming in at $10 a month. So if you would like my exact entries, exits, take profits, and stop losses, you can sign up through the Discord or through the Patreon. So we broke out. We came all the way up to 117, and currently we're seeing some pullback. We do have a nice hidden bullish divergence. We've created a higher low while creating a lower low, not only on the RSI, on the hourly, but as well as on the money flow. It can be early indication that the bulls are regaining strength. Not always. It doesn't always work out that way, especially on the lower time frames, but that's what it is. Hidden bullish divergence, early indication that the bulls are regaining strength to continue to push the price up. So we have a little bit of an ascending triangle here. If it breaks out back to the upside, what we might see is we head back up for a retest of 117. If we can break above it, that would be bullish. But if we roll over, we create a double top, especially if we have a bearish divergence as well, we could see a move back down. If Matic continues to come down here, I would watch the support of 112, this previous swing high, and then the support of our ascending triangle, which is coming in at about $1.11. Now let's pop over to the 4 hour time frame and we'll see what we can see here. Just going to quickly remove these lines as they're distracting. All right, so the money flow came all the way up to the top section. We just barely broke above the 55 EMA. We're seeing some pullback. Perfectly healthy as long as we hold the EMAs as support and see that continuation to the upside. That's exactly what you want to see. You break out, come back to the EMAs, hold them as support, bounce, hold them as support, bounce, and see continuation in a beautiful uptrend. Now, if we lose the EMAs, especially if we lose this ascending triangle and we lose this previous swing low, then you're going to see that continuation down. I do have a technical target from that falling wedge pattern, which is coming down at about 89 cents. Let's quickly drop in the next support box. Well, this chart doesn't go back far enough, so we'll pop over to this chart here, take a look. Yeah, right around that 75 cent area. I would say 75 cent to these previous highs. Coming in about 86 cents is your next strong level of support for our friend Matic. But if we look here on the daily, we did see a beautiful bounce. As I had mentioned, money is flowing back in as price is dropping, which is an early indication of a bounce. And that's exactly what we see here. Now, if we do come down, we could definitely create a double bottom. If we were to come all the way back down to this level of support, put in a massive double bottom, could see a beautiful breakout back to the upside. As I mentioned in my last video, if you were seeing this as a descending triangle, we do have a breakdown target that takes you down to the 2.272 with our Fibonacci pull from this previous swing low, which is coming in at about 94 cents. So a lot of resistance is coming up for Matic. We are in a downtrend. We have the 20 EMA, which is coming in at about $1.25. As you can see, we came all the way down to the 2 extension, and we're just seeing a little bit of a retracement. So if we come up, we get rejected by the 20 EMA, or we push all the way up to about $1.35 and we get rejected, we start to roll. That's when we're going to start to come down to lower price targets. And of course, I've been watching this massive head and shoulders pattern with a technical target of 66 cents for our friend Matic, which lines up with these previous lows. To invalidate that structure, all we have to do is come up and break the resistance of the descending triangle, as well as the head and shoulders pattern, invalidate it, come up and break this previous high, and head all the way up to the previous all-time high for Matic. I don't think it's the more probable scenario. As I've been mentioning, Bitcoin has major resistance coming up. It's had the bearish cross of the moving averages, and it's just about to print the bearish cross of the EMAs on the weekly, which is early sign of continued sell-off. But if we can get back above them, we break 50K, then we could possibly invalidate that structure. But as of right now, we are seeing a lot of bear market and bearish signals for BTC. So let's pop over to our next chart. We have our dollar cost average strategy. We've had 6 entries with our break even sitting at 156. Equal amounts of each buy zone brings your average price down halfway each time. Very simple method of trading. You can check it out. It's fully explained in the Discord. Let's pop over to our friend Ethereum. So we have the 4-hour time frame. Now I was trading a falling wedge that had pulled from right here, and you can see it broke out and perfectly met that target of about 2961, and there is a larger falling wedge pattern that we've broken out of. We did see a nice increase in volume. Let me quickly pop open my money flow here. So now we're putting in a little bit of a bull flag. You can see money is flowing out though as price is pushing up, bearish divergence. So we'll quickly map out this flag here. We're just about to have the bullish cross of the 4-hour EMAs. So if we do break out of this bull flag for ETH, that could push you all the way up past 3007, all the way up to about 3081. And we are in a technical target up to 3159, which is the top of this falling wedge pattern. Just keep an eye on the money flow, a little bit of a bearish divergence here. Let's quickly look at the 1-hour time frame and we'll see what we can see on the hourly. Yeah, so we have a bearish divergence on the hourly money flow as well. We created a higher high, lower high on the money flow. So if we do pull back, just watch this previous swing high. I'll quickly drop in a line here and a little price target currently coming in at about 2869. See all the support here and the resistance in this area, so that could act as support as well. And then the descending support of our falling wedge pattern coming in about 2804, but we did have that bullish divergence, which was on the 4-hour time frame. Let me quickly pop it open here. As you can see, we've been creating lower lows, creating higher lows, early sign that the bears are running out of strength, but we are pushing up pretty close to the top section, so that is something to keep a close eye on for our friend ETH. We pushed right up to the 200 EMA, currently hitting it as resistance. So if we do come down here, just watch the EMAs as support and about 2869 for our friend ETH. Let's look at Ethereum here on the day. Okay, we're here on the weekly time frame. So as I mentioned in my last video for ETH, we do have this potential bear flag pattern that would take you all the way down to about 1594, just past the 1.618 with our fib pulled from this previous swing low. We're coming up on major resistance. If I pop open the moving averages as well, we've had the bearish cross of the 50 or the 20 underneath the 50. So massive resistance coming in between about 3,000 and about 3,172 for ETH. This will be an absolutely massive test to see if we can break back above these moving averages once again and come up to test the ascending resistance of our ascending channel here, which is coming in about 3745. If we get rejected, and especially if we roll out of this ascending channel bear flag pattern and we lose this trend line of support coming in at 2778, that's when I think you're going to see that continuation to the downside, break these lows and come back down to the 1.618, which lines up with the summer lows of about 1818. And quite possibly the 2 extension at 1460. We do have a massive bearish divergence for ETH, and we still have room to come down. The way to invalidate that is to push back above all these moving averages, break out of our ascending channel, and come up and try to tackle the previous all-time high. I don't think it's the likely scenario in my opinion, as we printed the bearish cross of the 20 underneath the 50. If we scroll back to the bear market of 2018, 2019, let me pop open a better chart here. So if we scroll back to the bear market of 2018, 2019, you can see perfectly right here, we had the bearish cross, this white line underneath the 50-week moving average. We saw continued sell-off, and then I'll quickly remove the moving averages here. And then we had the bearish cross right here of the 20 EMA underneath the 55, continued sell-off. So once again, we have had the bearish cross of the 20-week moving average under the 50-week moving average. Sorry, it's a bit hard to see on this chart here. Quickly remove these price targets just so everything's more visible. You can see the white line has crossed underneath the pink line. So if we hit those as resistance, we roll over, and then you start to see the 20 EMA cross under the 55. We will see that continued sell-off. It's pretty much do or die for ETH to see if we can get back above these moving averages, break this previous high, and see continuation to the upside. But I do think that's the less likely scenario in my opinion. So let's look at the Ethereum long position. Still not a lot of movement. We are seeing a nice bounce. You don't necessarily have to see an increase in the longs to see a little bit of a push up, but the short positions are getting wrecked here, getting liquidated, so that could continue to push the price up for ETH. But as you can see here, we're quite low on the relative strength index, and usually when you're low, you can see right here we saw a move back up. Not always. As you can see right here, we're quite low, and we still saw a drop off in the short positions. But if you scroll back and you look at the RSI, when it's low, it does usually correlate to a push back to the upside. So in the short term for our friend Matic, Let me quickly open this up, put it back onto the 4-hour time frame. It looks like we may come back down here to the 20 EMA, which is currently coming in at about $1.12. So hopefully we can see a nice bounce from that level. If we fail to do that, just watch the support of the ascending triangle at $1.11. And if we lose that level of support, that's when you can come all the way back down to about $1.07 and the previous lows of about $1.02. But as of right now, we have broken out. So if we hold the EMAs and we bounce, we do have that hidden bullish divergence on the 1-hour time frame as we've created a higher low while creating a lower low on the RSI, which is a hidden bullish divergence. So if we can create a level of support, we can bounce. That's when we can head back up to 117, and then resistance to watch at $1.20, technical target of the ascending triangle, and then about $1.26 for our friend Matic. That's it for this one. Big shout out to the Discord. We've been making some juicy profits with our trade signals for Rune, Matic, as well as Bitcoin and ETH. Most of them already hit their take profit levels. So I've closed 50 to 75% of many of the trades, and I put the stop loss at the break evens. We also have over 1,900 members posting chart patterns, talking all things crypto. The DCA trade strategy fully explained, the DCA charts for the live dollar cost average trades on the channel, and buy and take profit zones if you want to start dollar cost averaging into your positions. The trade signals come in at $10. Everything else is available for $350 USD. If you want to trade with me, sign up to Bybit, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, much love. Take care.